They're beating us at our own game. They've been beating us on the fast break, running out in transition, causing turnovers, grabbing offensive boards. Who does that sound like? This is literally as perfect as it could have gone for Philly. And it's good for them. Give credit where it's due. But if anybody's talking like a lot of people on the community tab section and some of the videos like that I've posted, some people just talking bear just end it. Y'all only have a couple years. And then it's the process again. And then y'all will cry again whenever you have to face us, especially once we shore up that big man position and get ourselves a traditional, like an actual rim protector. And make Embiid sit down, which we're almost doing right now with this squad itself. And which we might even do still. It ain't over. And like and comment if y'all agree, but I feel like Scotty Barnes is this team. You know, when he's not on the court, that youthful exuberance that he brings, that energy that he brings, it's sorely missed. You know, you can feel it's like we're hollow without him, like a shell of ourselves. That dude's gonna be a superstar. He's just a rookie. I'm talking about a 20-year-old. This dude almost had a triple-double, and it was midway through the third when he went down last game in game 1, which changed the whole complexion of the series. Complexion of the series, yes, because that was still almost half a game to go. And it was a closer game than what it ended up being. Today was a hard watch. You know, I know all of y'all can resonate with this, so I'm not saying anything new. And what am I gonna do? Sit here and tell you stats? You know what I mean? Like who had how many points and what? We lost the fucking game. That's plain and simple. We lost the damn game. Alright, we lost the damn game. And I'm gonna say this from the start. At some point, I think it was like after I think it was during halftime or sometime early in the third, I had a comment on one of my last videos, and thank you for that, by the way. Whoever that was, I commented. Philly had 23 free throws, and we had 7. Take that in. Those like, they were up by 20 well after well early in the third. 16 points. You know what I mean? Off the lead. We brought it to 11. We would have tied the game. It was a 29-point lead at one point. You know, it's hard to even think right now because I expected us to nail shots tonight. We've been one of the better road teams in the league, in the East, this season. When we were shitting the bed early at home, after coming back from Tampa, and maybe we had some jitters at home. I don't know what it was. We weren't used to playing at home anymore. Used to having a home crowd anymore. That can happen, I guess. You know, it's human psychology at the end of the day. Let me start off with, look, man. Fred VanVleet. Oh, boy. You know, before the playoffs start, Fred VanVleet should do something. Before every playoffs. He should time it. He should get his wife pregnant about 9 months before the next playoffs are about to start. This guy needs a next youth, like right now, and his wife needs to call him and tell him that, yo, I'm expecting. I mean, what else? Well, what else can we say? A lot of other players are injured right now. We know Freddie's been dealing with knee soreness. Okay. Then we got Tad Young right now, who's like has a sprain, who just sprained his thumb, his left thumb, in game 1. Scotty Barnes is hurt, and he's expected to be back, by the way. I was watching this one. I'll leave the link for you guys in the comments section. I'll pin it for you guys. It's a sports scientist. I really mess with him. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. I can't believe I'm forgetting it right now, but he's really, really good. You guys probably know him already. He's got like millions of subscribers. Sports doctor talking about how Scotty Barnes' projected time frame is most likely game 4 if they're stretching it, which they shouldn't, because it can still aggravate the injury, right? But game 5 is when we're expected to have Scotty back, and that's sooner than I thought. I thought he's done for the series, for sure. But that cast or that walking boot should be off him by tomorrow or day after, and hopefully we'll have our rookie phenom back now. Because he's such a catalyst, and I know he's just a rookie, but it's just everything that he does, and it's his energy. I'm big on energy. I'm big on vibes, and his vibes are what your team needs. Look, man, at the end of the day, Pascal had a decent first half. After that, he fumbled the bag, but you can't blame him. Freddie, I remember that one play. Y'all remember that one play? He shoots a 3-pointer at the elbow. He gets another shot at the other elbow, I believe that's what it was, or was it at the top? He made that first 3, but he tried to hit that first 3-pointer. He couldn't. Then he had all the time in the world at the elbow on the right side, even though he's hotter from the other side, on the left side. But he hit it from the right. He tried to hit it from the right side, and he hits outer right iron, and that was where I was like, you know what? This is a mental thing for him. That's there's something that's gone into his head. What else can I possibly say? There's gonna be a bunch of haters come and start talking shit, in the community tab and all that, saying, "Oh, y'all gonna lose this and that." Remember one thing, y'all. I'm doing these raw takes right now because I just want to connect with y'all. I just want to show y'all that I'm a fan just like y'all. Y'all not alone in the way y'all feeling. But what I'll say is this. Let's look at it like this. Philly's a now team. James Harden only got a couple more years of his prime left. Embiid is in the midst of his prime. Maxi's young, and he's an up-and-coming star. And Maxi, he's really shown out in this series, man. When's the last time y'all heard those kind of chants and that resonance, those Maxi resonance? That reminds me a little bit of this.
Getting to win over what was once a hostile crowd. This is incredible.
Like, seriously, right? Fucking sounds just like it. And that must feel good, coming from a whole stadium like that for a 21-year-old. Good for Maxi. He's a solid. He's fast as fuck. I don't need to sit here and give you a scouting report. I'm not even in that mode right now. Where I'm just gonna sit here and tell y'all all the. Y'all can go watch the other YouTubers for that stuff. I'm just gonna talk from the heart right now. That's why I'm making this raw take. If y'all want raw takes, like if you want like scripted stuff that I write down, and I articulate better when it's not like late at night or whatever, I got work in the morning, then do check out my other videos. I'll leave one up here for y'all. It's a pre-playoff prediction, still relevant. Everything that I said is still relevant in there, because at the end of the day, we're about to go home. We're about to come to Toronto, and who knows what can happen. We're the best fans in the league, and with that energy, and like I said, I'm big on energy, like, it can happen. We can turn this thing around. And when Scotty gets back, that's a whole surge of adrenaline worth of energy. And I quite frankly can't wait. You have no idea, like, I didn't even want to do this video today. I wasn't even in the mood. I'm still not in the mood. But at the end of the day, you know what I thought about? I thought about the fact that a lot of people probably are not in the mood to do anything right now, but sit there and maybe worry about their team. But there's nothing really to worry about. If any of y'all are worrying, then we are a team that wasn't even supposed to be here. Need to remind y'all. Philly's a team that was stuck in the process for God knows how long. Our process takes a year. Theirs takes years, plural. I'm really messing with. You know what? I'm gonna say something. Let's look at this like GMs. Let's look at this like executives for a second. Let's look at this like we run this team, like it's our team to run, like Messiah does. Last year, It hurt after going from the upper echelon of the Eastern Conference the year before that to where we ended up being last year, 27-45. We got Scotty. And what a rebuild. Because even this season, who expected us to be where we ended up? So at the end of the day, I'm laughing. And even if we don't win this series, and I'm not counting us out at all, and I'm sure a lot of y'all still have that lingering faith in you. And there are doubts, but let the doubts just ease off a bit. Because at the end of the day, why hold all that negative energy in you? Why? When we know that we're about to be a dynasty. When we know that this will be a very desirable destination for free agents to come because they know the direction this team is heading in. We got multiple all-star caliber players on our team. Gary Trent Jr. was so sick today. Kudos to him for coming out. He is 23 years old, and has an all-star ceiling. Two-way Gary Trent Jr. might I add, because he has that he has that defensive game that he's added now. Pascal Siakam improved much. He's much improved this season. What's there not to like about the Scotty Barnes I just mentioned? Chris Boucher, what a game tonight. You know, what a game tonight. He sparked that run for us. He was like, he maybe like realized that, there's something missing here. And we know what Chris Boucher brings the most. Energy, hustle. That don't give up attitude. That's how we were able to make that run and cut it to 11 points. We scared Philly a bit there. You could hear the crowd. You could feel the energy of the crowd shift. A couple more shots went our way there. Who knows what kind of tunes we'd be singing right now? Who knows? Who knows, man? You know, and another thing is that we're a team that's always been better when we're facing adversity. And now, there's some adversity here. You know, our team knows that we weren't even supposed to be here. We've overachieved this season. You know, we were supposed to be a play-in team, low playoff seed, 7th, 8th place at most this season. Not 36.5 wins like Vegas said. But really and truly, that's what, even our own team is a little bit probably surprised that, we're at 5th. And if there's one thing I can tell y'all, is no matter what transpires this season, or this postseason rather, no matter what happens, this team is in good hands. And I have full faith that if we've achieved this much already, we've rebuilt in essentially a season and a half. Then imagine what we can do with 2 years, 3 years down the road. This team's going to be dynasty-esque. And we're doing this in an affordable manner, a sustainable manner. Bobby and Masai know what they're doing. And even though it sounds like I'm just like talking way into the future, like, I've not given up on the series at all. We're going back to Toronto for 2 more games. Anything can happen. We take those 2 games in Toronto. Then Philly's going to be on their, they're going to have the pressure on them to finish at home, because then they're coming back to Toronto if they don't finish at home. And we only need 1 on the road. So it's about perspective. Otherwise, people would just give up and not even play the next game, man. You think Toronto's sitting there saying, oh, it's over now, man. We got crushed, man. There's no way we're winning, They know they can win. And anybody out there that's going to sit there and say, oh, we told you y'all going to get swept. Shaq's probably on his ass like, swept. I rescind my statement. I'll actually take my statement back. And shut the fuck up. Like, Why? Why that energy? You don't know Toronto. Toronto Raptors fans who watch the games, every game, have watched this team, have seen its evolution, have seen what it's capable of, sees what it does in moments of adversity, sees what it's capable of. When we count them out, even our own fans count them out, we turn around in surprise. Like, how many people counted out Pascal Siakam? Let's be honest here. How many people said Pascal Siakam's going to be trash and he should be traded? I made takes about him earlier this season, before he even started getting on fire, and I'm like, he's still a good player and he should be given a chance. And people were hating on that. That video didn't even get that many views. What ended up happening? Crickets everywhere. No, everybody understood that, hey man, Siakam's gotten better. He just needed his time. Just like any other player. Especially when you're turned into a diamond so quick with all this pressure. Because you glistened for a few moments and people saw that potential. And they pressured you down. Heat pressure. And now you got a Pascal Siakam who's very highly capable. This wasn't on him tonight. He missed. It's very apparent the shots that he missed in the second half. But before that, he was quite commanding and he was making his shots. He was having a good game. I think, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I don't like throwing one player under the bus, but Freddie really fucked up the momentum, man. Excuse my language. Seriously, I expected much more from Fred VanVleet, especially given the fact that he really likes to criticize other players indirectly, especially younger players on our team. I'm not very impressed with Fred VanVleet at all. He's not been impressive throughout the series so far, and he's really got to turn it around. Have another baby, watch pictures of your baby being born, or have something that'll spark your emotions, Freddie. You know, you got paid, and now what's happened, man? You know, you became an all-star, right? Sorry, and now what's happened? Because after you became an all-star, you disappeared, bro. You disappeared, bro. You disappeared. For real, like I can count the amount of times on my one hand how many times you had a good game after the All-Star break. It wasn't that many. I can't even remember. I think half of one hand I could count. Seriously, bro? So you just wanted to be an all-star, get paid the bag, and just sit back and relax, and now you've made it. You're the biggest story, undrafted to all-star, undrafted to almost max player. Come on, man. Come on, Freddie. I thought you had way more honor than that. I hope you watch this and this riles you up and makes you want to, I hope this fires you up. I'm going to use this platform to just speak the truth if y'all not hearing it from anywhere else, man. You can sit there, look at the stats, look at what you should have done better, could have done better, but at the end of the day, it's the energy that sets everything in motion. Is your emotion in it? How much are your emotions invested in this? And are they the healthy type of emotions that you're investing in this? That's pretty much all I gotta say. At the end of the day, for me, it all comes down to your mind state. These guys know how to ball. These guys know what plays are. They run it all season. They can tell you plays in the back of it's about it's in the back of written on the back of their palm. But it's about executing those plays, man. Can you execute? I don't know. At the end of the day, I feel like There was a lot more that we had to offer. And we came up short again. And it's okay. Because if you really look at it, we've won either way we've won. Just by making it here, we've won. But us Torontonians, we have pride, and the Toronto Raptors, as they should, have pride. As we've shown against Boston, our resiliency in that bubble series, pushing it to Game 7. We can do it, man. It's never been about can we or can't we do it. At this point, it's all about are we going to do it. Like and subscribe if y'all are new. Usually it's much more upbeat in here. But nothing to worry about at the end of the day. Hopefully this cheered you up a bit, the perspective. And that's pretty much it. Check out this one video over here I'm going to leave for you on the top left if y'all want to see an in-depth look on our rookie sensation actually that I made. It's more analytical, it's data driven, and it really makes you feel good, about our future. And that's pretty much the point of this video. Let's look to the future. Let's not look at what happened in the last 2 games even. Short term and long term, let's look at both of those futures. And the present, baby, because that's all there is really at the end of the day. And that's what's going to make the future. So let's get that energy in the right place. Let's get them in Game 3. We don't give up, man. We're Raptors Nation, baby. Peace.